Yes, that's joebiline here, and today we've got a review on the 99 rated player of the month by and what a card this looks like. Damn son, this one's on madness. He's part of my new holy trinity of Luiz, Manolas and Bailey. Sadly, Ramos makes the cut, but Ramos is one of my favourite defenders in the game, so it's a shame to see him leave. Hopefully these cut the mustard in terms of the gameplay ability, but let's just hover over this Bailey a second. It shows base stats: 101 pace, 100 defending, 105 physical. Pretty damn impressive for a centre-back. If we delve down into his stats deeper, that pace is 100 acceleration, 100 free sprint speed. Finishing doesn't matter too much shooting because he's defending for us, but 80 shot power, 72 defend position, 72 finishing and 99 position is pretty decent for a defender. 90 short passing, 80 long passing means he can pass it out from the back if required. 87 dribbling, if need be, I could probably do some pretty decent dribbling roulettes with him at the back. 91 reactions, and then his defending stats, this is where it gets bulky and beaty. 93 heading, 101 marking, 102 tackling, 103 strength and 108 aggression. They sound pretty immense. But what we're going to do today, a bunch of my league mates have already completed Bailey as well, so we're going to play a bunch of games against them, live reactions of it, so you can see how often he gets involved in playing different formations, and you can see how he's working and moving then. So we'll go jump into some games now. So first up we have Man United. He's playing a 5-back with Bailly on the left side of his 5-back defence. So normally when the player's on the left side, that's the player that gets involved in most tackles. So this should test him out nicely here and see what he does in that position on a 5-back. Once we break through defence, we are using our 4-4-2 side overload formation today as usual. And today we just want to focus on seeing that Bailey in action. So if it looks like it's a play where Bailey isn't involved, I may just sort of try and skip it out or not, because Bailey is the focus today. Right, so we're cutting in from the left here. Bailey, I think that's Bailey trying to race back there. No, it's Alaba actually. I thought that might be Bailey trying to speed in with that pace to recover, but it was Alaba. Right, from the left side again, that's Luiz there. We're going to cut early. Luiz is going to stomp it out straight away. Luiz, a very strong defender. Right, Robin, here's this situation where you'd expected Bailly to be, but I guess the game decided it was going to be Luiz who was going to be the one back in that great chance, and not the case. Right, here's Bailly, first chance here. We're going to... and Bailly's with his... is that his 108 aggression coming to play to foul his own keeper? Interesting indeed, yep. I've tricked him, and Bailly he's made a challenge, probably a foul. It was on his own player though. So here we see Bailey on the left. Can he make it back in time before Robin comes? He can't, and Robin finishes beautifully. Bailey a little out of position in that situation. Right, here we go again. Luiz is having a strong game. Right, here we go. Luiz is okay. I'd expected Bailey to be there in that position, but instead it's going to be Luiz. Interesting. Right, here we go. Okay, it's Alaba, but I think that's Bailly waiting for him once we're beating Alaba. And Alaba makes the foul instead, so we don't get to see what Bailly can do against him. And we win the corner. Okay, so we're going to whip this in. Griezmann's going to have underpowered that. Put it wide though, missed the flick. Alright. Once again, Bailly missing from this attack. It's interesting to see so far. I believe the other guys are 3 at the back and 4 at the back, so we should get over right here. But it's interesting to see that on the left, Bailly has been largely invisible. There he is, and with roulette around Bailly on our first chance. But it was enough to make my shot underpowered, and Bailly is going to try and get back. It's probably not going to get there. He's a little too far back that time. But who's that? Was that Alaba coming out of nowhere again? Wow, Alaba's having a good game. Right, here we go. We're going to try and roulette round. Bailly's going to cover him. And the interception is made by Bailly. So Bailly's got an interception there on the 45 mark. And quick takes from that game. He was largely invisible, and it was putting Luiz in the situations. And we've got a 4-4-2 with Bailly on the right hand side for Isai here. So we'll have to see how he deals on the right hand side of the 4-back formation. Right, here we go. Okay. Bailly's getting there. We skip the challenge, and He definitely put me out of order there. He definitely caught off my stride with that challenge coming in with the big slide. So it's nicely by he does do the slide, but I did manage to get round it in the end. And he's gone for a little walk, he's there. Interesting so far. I must say, most defenders, I don't have any permanent trouble with most defenders anymore. So it's more about the odd times when defenders do get involved that I do like to see how they perform on. So although I will beat most defenders most of the time, it's more about the times I don't, to see how well they do it, or to see what pressure they put on at least. Because if a player's putting pressure, okay, Bale, don't shoot then. Why did Bale not shoot then? Very strange. Okay, Bale, are you going to redeem yourself? No, straight at keeper. Always tough on the head. I always look to hopefully prefer that they do the overhead kick in that situation, and it normally goes in when it's the overhead kick. But with the heading, not so much. Right, here we go, Robin from the right. So this is where Luis we're just going to get round. And obviously in that situation, you are expecting just the left-sided centre-back to challenge you from that formation, from that position, should I say. Right, here's some Bailey time on the left, and we are going to roulette round him. And he is going to tuck it away in the end. Bailey not having too much chance there, but it was a nice, cutely timed roulette. Okay, just Luis back in this situation, and Bale's going to tuck away delicately. Yep, delicately is the word what we're going with for that chance. All right, Bailey's going to try and chase Bale, but Bale's fast himself, and he makes a good attempt at getting back, but yeah, it's always going to be tough when you're trying to chase after Bale, because Bale's no slow soldier himself. Bale is a marauder, and a marauder at that. Okay, we're coming towards the end. We should have a few more chances. Bailey, we're just going to pass around here. But I must say he's been largely ineffective in these two games so far. I am a few ratings higher than the guys, which could have an impact. But at the same time, you would still expect if Bailey's there to be getting involved. But it's not like we've seen like Luis causing us any damage as well. And Luis is a pretty decent defender. And in that first game, we actually saw Alaba making most of it. Right, here we go. Griezmann. Here we go. Simples. So another in that game. Bailey stepped up a few times. I do find that defenders on the right-hand side are largely inactive compared to the left side, which is something most of you may know. But if not, always we'll always put your best defender on the left-hand side of your back four, because they are going to get involved more in the four backs. Next, we're up against Kyle, who's got Bailey on the right-hand side again. Next, we'll be playing Smooth and Luke, and their teams are like 115 as well, so you'll be able to see 115 versus 115. I guess we're kind of just getting warmed up with these squad ratings at the moment. Right, Bailey comes in. Bale, should I say, not Bailey. And here's Bailey. And we do manage to skid past him. Close. But we managed to do what we wanted to do there. Bailey came close. I was expecting him to maybe slide, but in that situation he didn't. Looks like the roulette triggered him, because if you saw there was a quick jerking motion from him, which was interesting to see. Robin's going to go for some audacious, and in the net it does go. Very nice. I love it when I do that stuff from Robin, because he can really do that well. Right, it's up to Bailey to get back here, and we're just going to do a little cheap sweat across. Bailey does seem to have the pace to try and get back. The position they're putting him in is starting him a little bit too far away, to be fair to him, but he's making his best attempt at getting back, and he's caused the foul. Fouls are good, they delay time, especially in versus attack mode. As long as you're playing someone who isn't really good with free kicks, you commit a foul, and that's wasting valuable time for them. So fouls, I do think if a centre-back, a defender is committing fouls, I do personally think that's a good thing. Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are on defenders that give away fouls. As long as they're not giving away too often inside the box itself, I think furthish out fouls, free kicks are pretty good indeed. And Bailey said, no, you will not pass there. It's probably the best piece of play we've seen from Bailey so far across these three games. But he's really shown there, no, you will not pass. Ramos tries the same, but it does fall back to me instead. Bailey kept hold of the ball, and that was well defended. Right, we're coming in again here with Griezmann to Bale. Let's try and chip. Wait, we didn't press the chip button, right, but we're going to pass that to Griezmann, who's going to fire past at the near post. No chance there. Right, let's go. Griezmann. Let's roulette. Keep her too early, but we're going to thumb it in. Right, Martial, and Bailly gets that big block. He's performing well. Like, I think this is the first game where he's actually had proper chances to be able to defend against. The other chances, to be fair to him in the other games, he's either not really been involved in the attacks, or he's been situated a little too far away. In these attacks where he has been put on the front door next to them, he's definitely shown his face and definitely shown what he can do. So that's promising. We'll have to see how promising he is in these next two games when we're up against harder opponents. Right, here we go. Bailly. We do manage to get past him that time, but only to rule ourselves into one of his other defenders. So you can kind of claim the assist for the stopping of the attack from Bailly there if you wanted to. Right, let's have a look. And one thing, the best thing about Bailly really as well, is his boosts. +3 marking, +2 tackling. Pretty damn impressive. Probably the best defensive boost in the game. Yeah, I'd say so. Right, now it's go time against Luke, and he's got that free back 115 with Bailly on the left. So when we played in the first game against the 5 back with Bailly on the left, he was largely ineffective, but let's see how much he covers in this 3 back formation instead of the 5 back. So we're going to have Kante first and then Manolas. So Manolas with the big shackle and Bailly to clear the danger. Interesting. This game will be interesting because we're not obviously going to have as many great chances as we have in other games. So we'll be able to have a fairer test of Bailly here as we sort of match up with an equal. But in these chances, that is a great chance where there's just no defenders but Buffon on hand to say you shall not pass. Right, we're going to come from the left instead and we're going to route it round. Is Bailly going to cause some danger? Oh, we put it wide instead. Okay, here we go. McAllister charging in. Roulette, see you later, Bailly, and let's let off a rocket. Buffon again, which is probably a bit adventurous going for the shot, but like I say, I'm trying to review Bailly here and not necessarily score as many goals as possible. Once we'd beaten Bailly in that chance, so it didn't really matter what came out afterwards, and I've somehow decided to pass the ball there then shoot. Interesting. Right, Robin, round we go, round and round and roundabout. Let's see, Bailly's going to try and come in, but Manolas, and Bailly's going to step away. Manolas played me onto it and Bailly was there on hand to say nope. We've only let you think you... Oh, that was a fast... We'll take him back out. We'll get one back at him. Okay, Bailly is definitely coming into his own in these past 2 games. Does that show inconsistency? Or does that just show that you put him in the right positions and he'll do the damage? And especially when you come up against somebody with a similar overall to yourself, Bailly is going to get involved and say... Yeah, no, this game is staying lower score than you'd like it to be. Hey, if I have my way, maybe we'll have it at the same score as a real football game and not one of these Madden, FIFA Mobile, NBA score lines we're used to seeing. Griezmann, thank you very much. Nice, calm, collected. Finish into that bottom right corner across the goal. And what we're going to get here. Griezmann, is that Bailly? We're going to roulette round him. Well played. And we've put it underneath the onrushing Buffon. Right, if we're coming from the left and cutting in diagonally, that seems to work against these defenders. But when you're fronting them face on, that's another story, because Bailly seems pretty stern, arrogant. Right, we're going to have another chance from the left. Manolas, see you later. No, he's going to commit the foul instead. It's just outside the box. They should convert. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. One bam. Thank you, Sam. Robin. And no, his name's not Robin, but the phrase is one bang, thank you, Sam. Well, it's thank you, man, but we'll go with whatever. We're freestyling out here, innit? And now for our final game, we're up against Smooth. He's got a 114 and he's got Bailly on the left. Remember, Luke had Bailly on the left in a 3 back. Kyle had Bailly on the right in a 4 back. So it's nice to see Bailly on the left in a 4 back here, where he should get involved in quite a lot of these plays. Right, we're just going to tackle out there. And hurry up, game. Thank you. Right. And we get a chance on the left to start with. Typical, really. Normally get him on the right, and it's typical we get him on the right. And we've done well. Bailly tried to get an inception in there, but he wasn't quite close enough to it in the end. Right. Here we go. And the next chance, we get it on the left, but it starts... Oh, finish. I thought I'd skied that over there and hit the shot too early. But it was Manolas getting involved instead of Bailly. Right. We've got Rose to beat here. We'll cut in. McAllister Rose is very fast, but that's Bailey trying to cover the track, and Rosie's going to do enough in that situation. Took my foot off the gas took the pedal off the gas in the end, and it was done. But Bailey, although, oh, we've missed. Okay, what I've noticed, and if you guys are noticing as well, is that, okay, Bailey's curved that corner. Bailey, you can tell from his pace in a lot of these chances, Bailey's certainly running around, and he's stopping again, but it's not gone too far away. We are going to roulette, and we have turned that into a goal in the end. So Bailey didn't manage to clear it enough, and we turned it. But I have noticed in a lot of these clips, even if Bailey's not the closest man or closest by, and we've left him for dead there, unlucky Bailey, he is covering a lot of ground quickly. So it's always handy having somebody with that pace in your defence, especially when they've got the defending stats that Bailey has as well to go along with them. Right, here we go. Robin, see you later. When I'm cutting in with Robin, okay, his shot's been blocked there. But yeah, when I'm cutting in with Robin, I don't expect any man to get in my way, because Robin's going to do what he's going to do. Shots may not always go in, but Robin, when you've got to show him on the right with his left foot, there's only one place Robin's putting that ball with his left, isn't he? Saves or not, it's a different story. Right, here we go. Bailey, where are you? No, that's Rose instead. And Rose has took his keeper right now, taking inspiration from Bailey in that first game we played. Rose has now taken out his keeper, leaving me with that open goal to convert. Right, Lom, see you later. Bailey gets the touch. Thought we'd left him for dinner. We didn't. Okay, Bale to finish this game off, and a big save from Buffon. Big save indeed. Right, here we go. And that's Marshall to get away the danger. Can we win the ball? Okay, we can, but that pass isn't going to do anything. Overall, I'd definitely say, if you can afford him for the coins, he's definitely worth an addition to the squad. His boosts are incredible, and he definitely likes to put up a fighting game similar to the likes of Manolas, Ramos, and Luis. I still think I want to put Manolas in the number one spot, and then it's close between Ramos and Bailey. I think from them performance in them games alone that you've just seen, at the moment maybe Ramos just ahead of Bailey, but his boosts are so much better than Ramos's that he gets the nod ahead. But Ramos will always be a special spot. But the new Holy Trinity has been formed of Luis, Manolas and Bailly. Let me know if you guys are going for him. With him only being 4 tokens, has that opened up to making it a bit better for you? I know some of the prices have rocketed since that news. Everyone trying to clamber to build him. It's definitely worth building if you can do, and I'd definitely recommend going for him. But if you get him, it's another story. But do leave a like if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you're new here. Come follow me on Twitter at joebilinehd, and I'll see you all later. Peace.